Having spent another night camping in the Puma, I woke up to a beautiful day on the outskirts of Kansas City in Missouri. I decided to get myself up, brush my teeth, and head into town, where I spent the entire day doing absolutely nothing.
I'm going to head into Kansas City now and get a bite to eat and go and see what the town's about.
Which is exactly what I did, in search of karaoke or a show prior to meeting up with my friend Zach, who, unbeknown to him and to me, would be putting me up that night. Another example of true American hospitality. Thanks, mate.
I'm going to Kansas City, here I come.
Following a very funny and colourful show, I headed to Zach's workplace to pick him up and take him home. He let me stay, and I woke up in Midtown KCMO.
So I'm in the oddly correct coffee bar in Kansas City in Missouri. I was recommended to come here by a chap in St. Louis who used to live here, and he said that don't ask for cream or sugar because they don't serve cream or sugar here because the coffee is so good you don't need it.
I had a Kansas City woman drink a Kansas City wine.
Not that I'm any kind of coffee connoisseur, that was pretty good, though I still would have been quite happy with a cup of tea. And after enjoying the vibe of Midtown KCMO, I jumped in the car and headed to the Nelson Atkins Museum.
Kansas City, here I come.
Strange, weird and wonderful but contemporary sculptures outside, with beautiful, traditional, from all over the world sculptures and pieces of artwork inside. I must have spent the entire day at the museum.
Well, what can I tell you? I've been around the museum here in Kansas City. Midtown Kansas City, Missouri is fantastic, really nice vibe, and the best coffee you'll ever taste. In fact, they won't even serve you cream and sugar because they consider their coffee is that good. I've had a really nice day, but I'm not telling you very much about the car. Well, there's not a lot to tell, to be honest. It's 15 years old and it's still going. I mean, all of these cars that fall to bits after so many miles, this one just keeps trundling along.
Evening fell, so I headed to downtown Kansas City to check out the life and the lights. Quite probably the most out of place and unusual car in Kansas City that evening, bathing the paintwork in all the different colours of Kansas City's lights. I felt like a 17-year-old cruising around town in my very first Ford Fiesta. I'd really enjoyed Kansas City, but while I was still here, there was still one thing I had to do.
Hi all, so this is Zach and he has introduced me to Gates Barbecue, said I couldn't come to Kansas City without trying some barbecue. So what have we got?
We have burnt end sandwich, burnt end pulled
No,
bun,
yeah.
and french fries.
There we go. So looking forward to that, and then I've got to get on the road and head to the very centre of the USA.
The burnt ends were good, and after a sad goodbye, I headed for the state line.
So currently I am sitting in the state of Kansas, and in front of me, where you can see out the windscreen, if I get the exposure right, that is in fact the state of Missouri. So where Kansas City sits across the state line, in fact this road is called State Line Road, and one half of it, the traffic going this way, is in Kansas, the traffic going that way is in Missouri. So a little strange, but thought I'd share. Now off to the middle of Kansas, up, I can't remember the name of the place, but it is deemed the very center of the United States. Go where no Puma has gone before.